When shall we three meet again? In thunder, lightning, or in rain?
Oh, when the hurly-burly's done, and the battle is lost and won.
That will be ere the set of sun.
Where the place?
Upon the heath.
There to meet with Macbeth.
I come, Grimalkin.
Up, Paddock calls.
Anon.
Fair is foul and foul is fair. Hover through the fog and filthy air.
What bloody man is that? He can report, as seemeth by his plight, of the revolt the new estate.
This is a sergeant, who like a good and hardy soldier fought against my captivity. Hail, brave friend! Say to the king the knowledge of the broils thou didst leave it.
Doubtful it stood, as two spent swimmers that do cling together and choke their art. The merciless MacDonald, worthy to be a rebel, and to that the multiplying villainies of nature do swarm upon him. The multiplying villainies of nature do swarm upon him, and fortune, on his damned quarrel smiling, showed like a rebel's whore. But all's too weak for brave Macbeth. Well, he deserves that name, disdaining fortune with his brandished steel, which smoked with bloody execution. Like valor's minion, carved out his passage till he faced the slave, which ne'er shook hands, nor bade farewell to him, till he unseamed him from the nave to the chops, and fixed his head upon our battlement.
Valiant cousin, worthy gentleman.
Whence the sun gins his reflection, shipwracking storms and direful thunders break. Mark, King of Scotland, mark! No sooner justice had valor armed, compelled the skipping kerns to trust their heels, but the Norwegian lord, surveying vantage, with frivolous arms and new supplies of men, began a fresh assault.
Dismayed not this our captains Macbeth and Banquo.
Yes, as sparrows eagles o'er the hair of the lion. If I say sooth, they were as overcharged cannons with double cracks, doubly redoubled strokes upon the foe. Except they meant to bathe in reeking wounds, or memorize another Golgotha. I cannot say. Oh, my faint. My gashes cry for help.
How well thy words become thee as thy wounds. They smack of honored both. Go, get him surgeons. Who comes here?
The worthy Thane of Ross.
What a haste looks through his eyes, such a look that seems to speak things strange.
God save the king.
Whence camest thou, worthy Thane?
From Fife, great king, where the Norwegian banners flout the sky and fan our people cold. Norway himself, with terrible numbers, assisted by that most disloyal traitor, the Thane of Cawdor, began a dismal conflict, till that Bellona's bridegroom, lapped in proof, confronted him with self-comparisons, point against point, rebellious arm against arm, curbing his lavish spirit. And to conclude, the victory fell on us!
Great happiness. Oh.
That now Sweno, the Norway's king, craves composition. of his men, till he disperse it at St. Calmezence, $10,000 to our general use.
No more that Thane of Cawdor shall deceive our bosom interest. Go, pronounce his present death, and with his former title greet Macbeth.
I'll see it done.
What he hath lost, noble Macbeth hath won.
Where hast thou been, sister? Killing swine.
Sister, where thou?
A sailor's wife had chestnuts in her lap, and munched, and munched, and munched. Give me, quoth I. Arise thee, witch, the rump-fed Runyon cried. Her husband's to Aleppo gone, master o'er the tiger. But in a sieve I'll thither sail, and like a rat without a tail, I'll do, and I'll do. I'll give thee a wind. Thou'rt kind.
And I another.
And I have all the other, and the very ports they blow, all the quarters that they know, in the shipman's card. I shall drain him dry as hay. Sleep shall neither night nor day hang about his penthouse lid. He shall live a man forbid. Weary 7 nights, 9 times 9. Shall he dwindle, peak and pine? Though his bark cannot be lost, yet it shall be tempest tossed. Look what I have. Show me. Show me. Show me now. Ooh. Here I have a pilot's thumb, wrecked as homeward he did come.
A drum. Macbeth.com.
The weird sisters, hand in hand, posters of the sea and land. Thus you go about, thrice to thine and thrice to mine, and thrice again to make up 9. Peace, the charms wound up.
So foul and fair a day I have not seen.
How far's Colt of Forest? What are these? So withered and so wild in their attire that look not like the inhabitants of the earth. Live you? Or are you out that man may question? You seem to understand me by each at once her choppy finger laid upon her skinny lips. You should be women, and yet your beards forbid me to interpret that you are so.
Speak if you can. What are you?
All hail Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Blunt! Oh, hail Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor!
All hail Macbeth, that shalt be king hereafter.
Good sir, why do you start and seem to fear things that do sound so fair? In the name of truth, are you fantastical? Or that which outwardly you show? My noble partner, you greet with present grace and great prediction of noble having and of royal hope that he seems rapt withal. To me you speak not. If you can look into the seeds of time and say which grain will grow and which will not, speak then to me, who neither beg nor fear your favors nor your hate.
Hail! Hail!
Hail!
Lesser than Macbeth, and greater. Not so happy, yet much happier.
Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none. So, all hail Macbeth and Banquo.
Banquo and Macbeth, all hail.
Stay, you imperfect speakers, tell me more. By Sentinel's death, I know I am Thane of Glamis. But how of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives, a prosperous gentleman. And to be king stands not within the prospect of belief, no more than to be Cawdor. Say from which you owe this strange intelligence, or why upon this blasted heath you star our way with such prophetic greeting. Speak, I charge you.
The earth hath bubbles as the water has, and these are of them. Whither are they vanished?
Into air. What seemed corporal melted like breath into the wind. Would they had stayed?
Such things here as we do speak about, but have we eaten on the insane root that takes the reason prisoner?
Your children shall be kings.
You shall be king.
Ah, and the Thane of Cawdor too, went it not so?
To the self-same tune and words. Who's there?
The king hath happily received, Macbeth, the news of thy success. And when he reads thy personal venture in the rebels' fight, his wonders and his praises do contend, which should be thine or his. Silenced with that, in viewing or the rest of the self-same day, he finds thee in the rebels' fight, nothing afeard of what thyself didst make, strange images of death. As thick as hail came post with post, and everyone did bear thy praises in his kingdom's great defense, and poured them down before him.
We are sent to give thee from our royal master thanks, only to herald thee into his sight, not pay thee.
And for in earnest of a greater honor he bade me from him call thee Thane of Cawdor. In which addition, hail, most worthy Thane, for 'tis thine.
Can the devil speak true?
The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you address me in borrowed robes?
Who was the Thane lives yet, but under heavy judgment bears that life which he deserves to lose. Whether he was combined with those in Norway, or did line the rebel with hidden help and bandage, or that with both he labored in his country's wrack, I know not. But treason's capital, confessed and proved, have overthrown him.
Glamis. And the Thane of Cawdor, the greatest, is behind. Thanks for your pains. Do you not hope your children shall be kings when those that gave the Thane of Cawdor to me promised no less to you?
That trusted home may yet enkindle you under the throne besides the Thane of Cawdor, but 'tis strange, and oftentimes the instruments of darkness tell us truths, win us with honest trifles to betrays in deepest consequence. Cousins, a word I pray you.
Two truths are told as happy prologues to the swelling act of the imperial theme. I thank you, gentlemen. This supernatural soliciting cannot be ill, cannot be good. If ill, why hath it given me earnest of success, commencing in the truth I am Thane of Cawdor? If good, why do I yield to that suggestion, whose horrid image doth unfix my hair and make my seated heart knock at my ribs against the rule of nature? Oh, present fears are less than horrible imaginings. My thoughts who murder is yet but fantastical, shake so the single state of man, that function is smothered in surmise, and nothing is but what is not.
Look how our partners rapt.
If chance will have me king, why chance may crown me without my stir.
New honors come upon him like our strange garments, cleave not to their form, but with the aid of use.
Come what come may, time and the hour runs through the roughest day.
Worthy Macbeth, we stay upon your leisure.
Give me your favor. My dull brain was wrought with things forgotten. Kind gentlemen, your pains are registered every day I turn leaf to read them. Let us toward the king. Let us think upon what hath chanced, and if more time, the interim having weighed them, let's speak our free hearts to each other.
Very gladly.
Until then, enough. Come then.
Is execution done on Cawdor? Are not those in commission yet returned?
My liege, they are not yet returned, but I have spoke with one who saw him die. who did report that very frankly he confessed his treasons, implored your highness's pardon, and set forth a deep repentance. Nothing in his life became him like the leaving it. He died as one that had been studied in his death, to throw away the dearest thing he owed as 'twere a careless trifle.
There's no art to find the mind's construction in the face. He was a gentleman on whom I built an absolute trust. Oh, worthiest cousin! The sin of my ingratitude even now is heavy on me. Thou art so far before the swiftest wing of recompense is slow to overtake thee. Would thou hadst less deserved that the proportion both of thanks and payment might have been mine. Only I have left to say, more is thy due than more than all can pay.
Oh, the service and loyalty I owe in doing it pays itself. Your Highness's part is to receive our duties. And our duties are to your throne, states, children, and servants, which doing but what they should by doing everything safe towards your love and honor.
Welcome hither. I have begun to plant thee, and will labor to make thee full of growing. Noble Banquo, that hadst no less deserved, nor must be known no less to have done so. Let me enfold thee and hold thee to my heart.
There if I grow, the harvest is your own.
My plenteous joys, wanton and fullness, seek to hide themselves in drops of sorrow. Sons, kinsmen, thanes, and you, whose places are the nearest, know, we will establish our state upon our eldest Malcolm, whom we name hereafter the Prince of Cumberland. Which honor must not invest in him only, but signs of nobleness, like stars, shall shine on all deservers. From hence to Inverness, and bind us further to you.
The rest is labor which is not used for you. I myself shall be the harbinger, and make joyful my wife the news of your approach. Humbly I take my leave.
My worthy Cawdor.
Prince of Cumberland? That is a step on which I must fall down, or else o'erleap, for in my way it lies. Stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my black and deep desires.
True, worthy Banquo. He is full so valiant, and in his commendations I am fed. It is a banquet to me. Let's after him, whose care has gone before to bid us welcome. It is a peerless kinsman.
They met me in the day of success, and I have learned by the perfectest report they have more in them than mortal knowledge. When I burned in desire to question them further, they made themselves air into which they vanished. Whilst I stood wrapped in the wonder of it, came missives from the king, who all hailed me Thane of Cawdor, by which title before these weird sisters saluted me, and referred me to the coming on of time with, Hail King that shalt be. This have I thought good to deliver thee, my dearest partner of greatness, that thou mightst not lose the dues of rejoicing by being ignorant of what greatness it's promised thee. Lay it to thy heart and farewell. Glams thou art, and Cawdor, and shalt be what thou art promised. Yet do I fear thy nature. It is too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Thou wouldst be great, art not without ambition, but without the illness should attend it. What thou wouldst highly, and wouldst thou holily, wouldst not play false, and yet wouldst wrongly win. Thou'dst have, great Glams, that which cries, thus thou must do if thou have it, and that which rather thou dost fear to do, than wishest should be undone. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirits in thine ear, and chastise with the valor of my tongue all that impedes thee from the golden round, which fate and metaphysical aid doth seem to have thee crowned withal. My lady, what is your tidings?
The king comes here tonight.
Thou art bad to say it. Is not thy master with him, who wert so would have informed for preparation?
So please you, it is true. Our Thane is coming. One of my fellows had the speed of him, who, almost dead for breath, had scarcely more than would make up his message.
Give him tending. He brings great news. The raven himself is hoarse that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here. Fill me from the crown to the toe, top full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood, stop up excess and passage to remorse, that no compunctious visitings of nature shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the fect and it. Come to my woman's breasts and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers, wherever in your sightless substances you wait on nature's mischief. Come, thick night, and pall thee in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark to cry, hold, hold! Great gloves, worthy Cawdor. Greater than both by the I'll hail hereafter. Thy letters have transported me beyond this ignorant present, and I feel now the future in the instant.
My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
And when goes hence?
Tomorrow, as he purposes.
Oh, never shall sun that morrow see. Thy face, my thane, is as a book where men may read strange matters to beguile the time. Look like the time, bear welcome in your eye, your hand, your tongue. Look like innocent flower, but be the serpent under it. He that's coming must be provided for, and you shall put this night's great business into my dispatch, which shall to all our nights and days to come give solely sovereign sway and masterdom.
We shall speak further.
Only look up clear. To alter favor ever is to fear. Leave all the rest to me.
This castle hath a pleasant seat. The air nimbly and sweetly recommends itself unto our gentle senses.
This guest of summer, the temple-haunting martlet, does approve by his love mansionry that the heaven's breath smells wooingly here. No Johnny Freeze buttress, no corn of vantage, but this bird hath made his pendant bed and procreant cradle. Where they most breed and haunt, I have observed the air is delicate.
See, our honored hostess. The love that followed us sometimes is our trouble, which still we thank is love. Herein I teach you how you shall bid God yield us for your pains, and thank us for your trouble.
All our service, in every point twice done, and then done double, were poor and single business to contend against those honors, deep and broad, wherewith your majesty loads our house. For those of old and late dignities heaped up to them, we rest your hermits.
Where is the Thane of Condor? We coursed him at the heels and had a purpose to be his purveyor, but he rides well. And his great love, sharp as his spur, hath holp him to his home before us. Fair and noble hostess, we are your guests tonight.
Your servants ever have theirs themselves, and what is theirs in compt, to make their audit at your highness' pleasure, still to return your own.
Give me your hand. Conduct me to mine host. We love him highly, and shall continue our graces toward him. By your leave, hostess.
If it were done, when it is done, then 'twere well it were done quickly. If the assassination could trammel up consequence and catch with his surcease success, oh, that but this blow might be the be-all and end-all here. And here, upon this bank and shoal of time, we jump the life to come. But in these cases, we still have judgment here. that we but teach bloody instruction, which being taught returns to plague the inventor. This even-handed justice commends the poisoned ingredients to our own chalice, to our lips. He's here in double trust. First, as I am his kinsman and his subject, strong both against the deed. Then, as his host, who should against his murderer shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides, this Duncan hath borne his faculty so meek, he hath been so great in his office, that his virtues will plead like angels trumpet, tongued to the deep damnation of his taking off. And pity, like a naked newborn babe striding the blast, or heaven's cherubim, horsed upon the sightless courier of the air, shall blow the horrid deed in every eye. The tears will drown the wind. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition, which o'erleaps itself and falls upon the other. How now? What news?
He has almost supped. Why have you left the chamber?
Hath he asked for me?
Know you not he has.
We will proceed no further in this business. He hath honored me of late, and I have bought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which should be worn now in its newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
What's the hope? Drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since and wakes it now to look so green and pale at what it did so freely? From this time such I account thy love. Art thou afeared to be the same in thine own act and valor as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have that which thou esteemest the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not wait upon I would, like the poor cat to the adage?
Free peace! I dare do all that may become a man. Who dares no more, there is none!
What beast was then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you were a man. And to be more than what you were, you would be so much more the man. Nor time nor place did then adhere, and yet you would make both. They have made themselves, and that their fitness now does unmake you. I have given suck, and know how tender 'tis to love the babe that milks me. I would, while it was smiling in my face, have plucked my nipple from his boneless gums and dashed the brains out, had I so sworn as you have done to this.
If we should fail!
We fail! But screw your courage to the sticking place and will not fail. When Duncan is asleep, whereto the rather shall his day's hard journey soundly invite him. His two chamberlains will I with wine and wassail so convince that memory, the warder of the brain, shall be a fume, then the receipt of reason a limbic only. When in swinish sleep their drenched natures lies as in a death, what cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon his spongy officers, who shall bear the guilt of our great quell?
Bring forth men, children only. For thy undaunted mettle should compose nothing but males. Oh, will it not be received when we have marked with blood those sleepy two of his own chamber, and use their very daggers that they have done the deed?
Who dares receive it other, as we shall make our griefs and clamor roar upon his death?
Oh, I am settled, and bend up each corporal agent to this terrible feat. Away, and mock the time with fairest show. False face must hide what the false heart doth know. Mwah!
How goes the night, boy?
The moon is down. I've not yet heard the clock.
And she goes down at 12.
I take to Slater, sir.
Hold. Take my sword. There's husbandry in heaven. All the candles are out. A heavy summons lies like lead upon me, and yet I would not sleep. Merciful powers, restrain in me the cursed thoughts that nature gives way to in repose. Give me my sword. Who's there?
A friend.
What, sir? Not yet at rest. The king's abed. He hath been in unusual pleasure, and sent forth great largesse to your offices. This diamond he greets your wife withal by the name of most kind hostess, and shut up in measureless content.
Being unprepared, our will became servant to defect. Who else free should have wrought?
All's well. I dreamt last night of the three weird sisters. To you they have shown some truth.
Well, I think not of them. Yet, when we can entreat an hour to serve, we would spend it with some words upon that business, if you will grant the time.
At your kindest leisure.
Sir, if you shall cleave to my consent when it is, it shall make great honor for you.
So I lose none in seeking to augment it, but keep my bosom franchised and allegiance clear. I shall be counsel.
Good repose a while.
Thanks, sir. The same to you.
Go. Bid thy mistress, when my drink is ready, she ring upon the bell. Get thee to bed. Is this the dagger I see before me? The handle towards my head? Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and I see thee still. Art thou fatal vision? As sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou a dagger of the mind? A false creation, proceeding from the heat-oppressed brain? I see thee still, as form, as palpable as this which now I draw. Thou marshallest me the way I was going. Oh, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes played fools over the other senses. I see thee still. And on thy blade and dudgeon gouts of blood, which was not so before. It is not there. It is the bloody business which informs thus to mine eyes. Thou firm, said earth, hear not my steps, which way they walk. For fear thy stones will prate of the very whereabouts, and take away the horror of the time which now suits it. He lives. Words to the heat of deed, to cold breath gives. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
That which hath made them drunk hath made me bold. What hath quenched them hath given me fire. Hush! Peace. It was the owl that shrieked, the fatal bellman which gives the sternest good night. He is about it. The doors are open, and the surfeited grooms do mock their charge with snores. I have drugged their possets. The death and nature do contend about them, whether they live or die.
Who's that?
Alack, I am afraid they have awaked, and 'tis not done. The tent and not the deed confounds us. Hark, I laid their daggers ready. He could not miss 'em. Had he not resembled my father as he slept, I had done it. My husband?
I have done the deed. Didst thou hear a noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry. Did not you speak?
When?
Now.
As I descended?
Aye.
Hark! Who lies in the second chamber?
Donalbain.
What a sorry sight is this?
A foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
There's one did laugh in sleep, and one cried murder, that they did wake each other. I stood and heard them, but they said their prayers and addressed them again to sleep.
There are two lodged together.
One cried, God bless us, and amen the other, as though they had seen me with these hangman hands. I stood listening, but could not say amen when they did say, God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
But wherefore could I not pronounce amen? I had most needs of blessing and amen stuck in my throat.
These deeds must not be thought after these ways, so it will make us mad.
Methought I heard a voice cry, sleep no more. Macbeth doth murder sleep, the innocent sleep. And still it cried, sleep no more to all the house. Glamis hath murdered sleep, and therefore Connor shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Who was it that thus cried? Why, worthy Thane, you do unbend your noble strength to think so brain-sickly of things. Go, get some water, and wash this filthy witness from your hand. Why did you bring these daggers from the place? They must lie there. Go, carry them and smear the sleepy grooms with blood.
I'll go no more. I am afraid to think upon what I had done. To look on it again I dare not.
Infirm of purpose. Give me the daggers. The sleeping and the dead are but as pictures. 'Tis the eye of childhood that fears a painted devil. If he do bleed, I'll gild the faces of the grooms withal, for it must seem their guilt.
Whence is that knocking? How is it with me that every noise doth appall me? Oh, what hands have we here? Pluck out mine eyes. Will all great Neptune's oceans ever wash this blood clean from my hands? No. Rather, they'll turn the multitudinous seas incarnadine, making the green ones red.
My hands are of your color, but I shame to wear a heart so white. Hark, I hear a knocking at the south entry. Retire we to our chamber. A little water clears us of this deed. How easy is it then? Your constancy hath left you unattended. Hark, more knocking. Get on your nightgown, lest occasion call us and show us to be watchers. Be not lost so poorly in your thoughts.
to know my deed. 'Twere best not to know myself. Wake Duncan with thy knocking arm, which thou couldst.
Here's a knockin' indeed. If a man were the porter of Hellgate, he should have turning the key. Knock, knock, knock! Who's there in the name of Beelzebub? Here's a farmer that hanged himself on the expectation of plenty. Come in time. Have napkins and now about you. Here, you'll sweat for it. Knock, knock! Oh, who's there in the other devil's name? Hey, here's an equivocator who could swear in both the scales against either scale, who committed treason enough for God's sake, but could not equivocate to heaven. Come in, equivocator. Knock, knock, knock! Who's there? Hey, here's an English tailor who come hither for stealing out of a French hose. Come in, tailor. Here you can roast your goose. Knock, knock! Never ain't quieter. What are you? But this place is too cold for hell. I'll devil order it no further. I thought to have some of each of the professions that go the primrose path to the everlasting bonfire. Anon! Anon. I pray you, remember the porter.
Was it so late, friends, ere you went to bed, they do lie so late?
Faith, sir, we were carousing till the second cock, and drink, sir, is a great provoker of three things.
What three things does drink especially provoke?
Marry, sir, nose painting, sleep, and urine. Lechery, sir, it provokes and unprovokes. It provokes the desire, but it takes away the performance. Therefore, much drink may be said to be an equivocator with lechery. It makes him and it mars him. It sets him on and it takes him off. It persuades him and it disarms him. It makes him stand to and not stand to. In conclusion, equivocates him into sleep and giving him the lie, leaves him.
I believe drink gave you a lie last night.
That it did, sir, in the very throat of me. But I requited him for his lie, and being, I think, too strong for him, though he took up my legs some time, yet I made a shift to cast him.
Is thy master stirring? I'm knocking us awake. Here he comes.
Good morrow, noble sir.
Good morrow, both.
Is the king stirring, worthy thing?
Not yet.
He did command me to call timely on him. I've almost slipped the hour.
I'll bring you to him.
I know this is a joyful trouble to you, but yet 'tis one.
The labor in doing it physics the pain. Up is the door.
I'll make so bold to call, for 'tis my limited service.
Goes the king hence today?
He does. He did so appoint.
The night hath been unruly. Where we lay, our chimneys were blown down, and, as they say, lamenting heard in the air. Strange screams of death and prophesying, with accents terrible, of dire combustion and confused events newly hatched in the woeful time. The obscure bird clambered on the livelong night. Some say the earth was feverous and did shake.
It was a rough night.
My remembrance cannot parallel Othello with it.
Oh, horror! Horror! Tongue nor heart cannot conceive nor name thee.
But what's the matter?
Confusion now hath made his masterpiece. A most sacrilegious murder hath broke ope the Lord's anointed temple and stole thence the life of the building.
What is it you say? The life?
I mean you, his majesty.
Approach the chamber and destroy your sight with the new Gorgon. Bid me not speak. See, and speak yourselves. Awake! 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 Ring the alarm bell! Murder and treason! Banquo! Dumpling! Malcolm! Awake! Shake off this downy sleep, death's counterfeit, and look upon death itself. Up! Up and see the great doom's image! Malcolm! Banquo! Ask from your graves, rise up and walk like sprites to countenance this horror!
What's the business that such a hideous trumpet calls to parley the sleepers of the house? Speak, speak.
Oh, gentle lady, it is not for you to hear what I can speak. Mere repetition would murder on a woman's ears as it fell. Oh, Banquo, Banquo, our royal master's murdered.
Oh, alas! What, in our house?
Too cruel anywhere. Dear Duff, prithee contradict thyself and say it is not so.
Had I died but an hour before this instant, I had lived a blessed life. There is nothing serious in mortality. All is but toys. Renown and grace is dead. The wine of life is drawn, and only the mere leaves is left this vault to brag of.
What is amiss?
You are, and don't know it. The spring,
The head, the fountain of your blood is stopped. The very source of it is stopped.
your royal father's murdered.
By whom?
Those of his chambers, it seemed, had done it. Their hands and faces were all badged with blood. So were their weapons, which, unwiped, we found upon their pillows. They stared and were distracted. No man's life was betrusted with them!
Oh, I do repent me of my fury that I did kill them.
Wherefore did you so?
Well, who could be wise, amazed, and temperate, and furious, loyal, and neutral in a moment? No man. The violent expedition of my love outran the pauser, reason. Here lie Duncan, his silver skin, laced in golden blood. His gashed stabs look like a breach in nature. There, the murderers, steeped in the colors of their trade, their manners unbridledly breached, their daggers were unmannerly breached with gore. Who could refrain that had a heart to love, and in that heart courage to make love's known?
Help me, Hans!
Look to the lady.
Why do we hold our tongues that others may claim this argument for ours?
What should be spoken here, where our fate, hidden in auger hole, may rush and seize us? Let's away. Our tears are not yet brewed.
Nor our strong sorrow upon the foot of motion.
Look to the lady. And when we have our naked frailties hid and suffer an exposure, let us meet and question this most bloody piece of work to know it further. Fears and scruples shake us. In the great hand of God I stand, and thence, against the undivulgent pretense, I fight of treasonous malice.
And so do I.
So all!
Let us briefly put on manly readiness and meet in the hall together.
Well
Well
contented.
contented. What will you do? Let's not consort with them. To show an unfelt sorrow is an office which the false man does easy. I'll to England.
To Ireland, aye. Our separated fortune shall keep us both the safer. Where we are, there's daggers in men's smiles. The nearer blood, the nearer bloody.
This murderous shaft that shot hath not yet lighted, and our safest way is to avoid the aim. Therefore to horse, and let us not be dainty of leave-taking, but shift away. There's warrant in that theft which steals itself. There's no mercy left.
I can remember well. Within the volume of which time I have seen hours dreadful and things strange. Yet this sore night hath trifled former knowings.
Ha, good father, thou seest, the heavens, as troubled with man's act, threatens his bloody stage. By the clock 'tis day, and yet dark night strangles the traveling lamp. Is it night's predominance or the day's shame? That darkness does the face of earth entomb, when living light should kiss it.
'Tis unnatural, even like the deed that's done. On Tuesday last, a falcon towering in her private place was by a mousing owl hawked at and killed.
And Duncan's horses, a thing most strange and certain, beauteous and swift, the minions of their race, turned wild in nature, broke their stalls, flung out, contending against obedience, as they would make war with mankind.
'Tis said they eat each other.
They did so, to the amazement of mine eyes that looked upon it. Here comes the good Macduff. How goes the world, sir? Now,
Why, see you not?
is it known who did this more than bloody deed?
Those that Macbeth hath slain.
Alas the day, what good could they pretend?
They were stubborn. Malcolm and Dunbane, the king's two sons, are stolen away and fled, which puts upon them suspicion of the deed.
Against nature still, thriftless ambition that will raven up thine own life's means. Then 'tis most like the sovereignty will fall upon Macbeth.
He is already named, and gone to Scum to be invested.
Where's Duncan's body?
Carried to Conca, the sacred storehouse of his predecessors, and guardian of their bones.
Will you to Scone?
No, cousin. I'll to Fife.
Well, I will thither.
Oh, may you see things well done there. Adieu, lest our old robes sit easier than our new.
Farewell, father.
God's benison go with you, and with those who would make good of bad, and friends of foes.
Thou hast it now. King, Cawdor, Glamis, all as the weird women promised, and I fear thou hast played most foully for it. Yet it was said it should not stand in thy posterity, but that myself should be the root and father of many kings. If there come truth from that, as upon thee, Macbeth, their speeches shine, why then, by the verities on thee made good, may they not be my oracles as well, and set me up in hope? But hush, no more.
Here is our chief guest.
If he had been forgotten, it had been as a gap in our great feast, and all thing unbecoming.
Tonight we hold a solemn supper, sir, and I will request your presence.
Let your highness command upon me, to the which my duties are with a most indissoluble tie forever knit.
Ride you this afternoon?
Aye, my good lord.
We should have else desired your good counsel in this day's meeting, but we'll take that tomorrow. Is it far you ride?
As far, my lord, as will fill up the time twixt now and supper. Go not my horse the better, I must become a borrower of the night for a brief hour or twain.
Well, fail not our feast.
My lord, I will not.
We hear our cousins are bestowed in England and in Ireland, not confessing their cruel parricide, and filling their hearers with strange invention. But of that tomorrow, when therewithal we shall have cause of state craving us jointly. Until then, are you to horse until this evening? Goes Flayance with you?
Aye, my good lord. Our time does call upon us.
I wish your horses sure and swift of foot. I do commend you to their backs. Farewell. Let every man be master of his time till 7 at night. Ourselves shall, till supper time, keep it low. Therewithal, God be with you. Madam, tend those gentlemen, our pleasure.
They are, my lord, without the palace gate.
Bring them before us. To be thus is nothing but to be safely thus. Our fears in Banquo stick deep. Under him, my genius is rebuked, as it is said Mark Antony's was by Caesar. He chid the sisters when they first put the name of king upon me, and bade them speak to him. Then prophet-like, they hailed him father to a line of kings, and put upon my head a fruitless crown, and a barren scepter in my grip, no son of mine succeeding. For them, the gracious Duncan have I murdered. For them, to make them kings, the seed of Banquo kings! Rather than so, come, fate, into the list, and champion me with thy utterance. How now? Go, wait by the door until we call. Was it not yesterday that we did meet together?
It was, so please your highness.
Well now, have you considered of my speeches? Know that it was he, in times past, who kept you so under fortune, which you thought had been our innocent self. This I made good to you. How you were born in hand. How crossed the instruments and all things else that say, thus did Banquo.
You made it known to us.
I did so, and went further, which is the point of our second meeting. Is your patience so predominant in your nature that you can let this go? Are you so gospel to pray for this good man and his issue, whose heavy hand kept you bowed to the grave and beggared yours forever?
We are men, my liege.
Aye, in the catalogue ye go for men, as hounds, and greyhounds, mongrels, spaniels, curs, chalks, water rugs, and demi-wolves are all clept by the name of dogs. The valued file distinguishes the swift, the slow, the subtle, the housekeeper, the hunter, according to the bill that writ them all alike, and so of men. Now, if you have a station in that file, not in the worst rank of manhood, say it, I will put that business in your bosom, whose execution will take your enemy off, and grapple you to the heart and love of us, who in our health live but sickly in his life, which in his death were perfect.
I have won my liege, whom the vile blows and buffets of this world have so incensed, that I am reckless what I do to spite the world.
And I another, so weary with disasters, tugged with fortune, that I would set my life on any chance to mend it or be rid on it.
Both of you know, Banquo was your enemy.
True, my lord.
So he is mine. And though I could, with barefaced power, sweep him from my sight and bid my will avouch it, I must not. For there are certain friends that are both his and mine, whose loves I must not drop. Thence it is that to your assistance I do make love, masking this business from the common eye for sundry weighty reasons.
We shall, my lord, perform what you command us.
Though our lives may be...
Your spirit shines through you. Within this hour at most, I will advise you where to plant yourself. Acquaint you with the perfect spy of the time and the moment on it, for it must be done tonight, and something from the castle. Always thought that I require a clearness. And with him, believe no rub nor botches in the work. Fleance, his son, that does accompany him, must embrace the fate of that dark hour. Resolve yourselves apart, I'll be with you anon.
We are resolved, my lord.
Abide within, I'll call for thee straight. So it is concluded. Banquo, thy soul's flight, if it be to heaven, must find it out tonight.
Is Banquo gone from court?
Aye, madame, but returns again tonight.
Say to the king I would attend his leisure for a few words.
Madame, I will.
Thoughts had, all spent, where our desire is got without content. 'Tis safer to be that which we destroy than by destruction dwell in doubtful joy. Oh, now, my lord, why do you keep alone? Of sorriest fancies your companions making, using those thoughts which should indeed have died with them they think on. Things without all remedy should be without regard. What's done is done.
We have scorched the snake, not killed it. She'll close and be herself, whilst our poor malice remains in danger of her former tooth. It is better to be with the dead than on the torture of the mind and lie in restless ecstasy. Duncan is in his grave. After life's fitful fever, he sleeps well. Treason has done his worst. Nor steel, nor poison, malice domestic, foreign levy, nothing can touch him further.
Come on, gently, my lord. Sleek o'er your rugged looks. Be bright and jovial among your guests tonight.
And so I shall, my love. And so, I pray, be you. Let your remembrance apply to Banquo. Present him with an eminence of both eye and tongue. Using our faces as vizards, masking our hearts, disguising what they are.
You must leave this.
Full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife. Thou knowest Banquo and Fleance lives!
In them nature's copies not to turn.
Have comfort still. They are assailable. Be thou jocund, for there will be a deed done of dreadful note.
What's to be done?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Chuck, till thou applaud the deed. Oh, light thickens, good things by day begin to droop and drowse, whilst night's black agents to their praise do rouse.
Thou marvelous at my words. But be thou still.
Things bad begun make strong themselves by ill. Pray you, go with me.
But who did bid thee join with us?
Macbeth. He needs not our mistrust, since he delivers our offices and what we have to do to the direction just.
Then stand with us. The west gate glimmers with some streaks of day. Now spurs the latent traveller apace to gain the timely inn, and near approaches the subject of our watch.
Hark. I hear horses.
Give us a light there. Halt!
Then 'tis he. For those that are within the note of expectation already are in the court.
His horses go about.
Almost a mile, like he does usually. So all men do from hence to the palace gate, make it their walk.
A light! A light!
'Tis he.
Stand to it.
It will be rain tonight.
Let it come down.
For treachery! Thou mayest avenge!
Who did strike out the light?
Was not the way.
There's but one down, the others fled.
We have lost the best part of our affair.
Well, let's away. Say how much is done.
You know your own degrees. Sit down.
First and last, hearty welcome.
Thanks to your majesty.
Ourselves will mingle with society and play the humble host, whilst our hostess will keep her state until such time that we require her welcome.
Pronounce it for me, sir, to all our friends, for my heart speaks. They are welcome.
See, they entreat thee with their heart's thanks. Both sides are even. Here, I'll sit here in the midst. Be large in mirth. Anon we'll drink a measure of the table round. There's blood on thy face.
'Tis Banquo's then.
'Tis better thee without than he within. Is he dispatched?
My lord, his throat is cut. That I did for him.
Thou art the best of the cutthroats. Yet he's good that did the like to Fleance. Thou didst. Thou art the nonpareil.
Most royal sir, Fleance escaped.
So comes my fit again. It has been perfect. As whole as the marble, as founded as the rock, as broad and casing as the general air. But now I am cabined, cribbed, confined, bound to saucy doubts and fear. But Banquo is safe.
Aye, my good lord, safe in a ditch he lies, with 20 trenchant gashes on his head, the least a death to nature.
Thanks for that. There the groan serpent lies. The worm that's fled hath nature that in time then and will breed. But no teeth for the present. Get thee gone. We'll hear ourselves tomorrow.
My royal lord, you do not give the cheer. The feast is so that is not often vouched while 'tis a making. 'Tis given with welcome. To feed were best at home. From thence the sauce to meat is ceremony. Meeting were bare without it.
Sweet remembrancer. Good digestion, wait on appetite. Health and love to all.
May it please your highness, sit.
Oh, well, here we have our country honor roofed. Were the graced person Banquo present, whom I may rather challenge for unkindness than pity for mischance.
Oh, his absence, sir, lays blame upon his promise. Please it your highness to grace us with your royal company.
Where?
Here is a place reserved, sir.
The table's full.
Here, my good lord, what is that moves your majesty?
Which one of you have done this?
What, my good lord?
Thou canst not say that I ever did it! I would shake thy gory locks at me!
Gentlemen, rise, his highness is not well.
Sit, worthy friends. My lord is often thus, and hath been from his youth. Pray you keep seat. The fit is momentary. Upon a thought he will again be well. If much you note him, you shall offend him and extend his passion. Feed and regard him not.
Are you a man?
Aye, and a bold one, that dare look on that which might appall the devil.
Oh, proper stuff. This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger which you said led you to Duncan. Oh, these flaws and starts and postures to true fear would well become a woman's story at a winter's fire authorized by her grandam. Shame itself. Why do you make such faces? When all's done, you look but on a stool.
Crazy! Look there! Behold, lo! What say you? What care I if thou could nod or speak? If charnel houses and our graves must send those we bury back, our monuments shall be maws of kites!
What quite unmanned folly!
If I stand here, I saw him.
Fie, for shame!
Blood hath been shed ere now. Murders performed too terrible for ears. There was a time that when the brains were out, the man would die, and there an end. But now they rise with 20 mortal murders on their crown and push us from our stools. It is most strange than such a murder is.
My worthy lord, your noble friends do lack you.
I do forget. My most worthy friend, do not abuse at me. I have a strange infirmity which is nothing to those that know me. Come, love and health to all, and then I'll sit. Give me some wine. Ah, feel full. I drink to the general joy of the whole table, and to our dear friend Banquo, whom we miss. Would he were here. To all, to Banquo, to thirst, and all to all.
Our duties and the pledge.
Lord! Out of my sight! Let the earth hide thee. Thy bones are marrowless, thy blood is cold. There is no speculation in those eyes which thou doth glare with.
And think of this, good peers, but as a thing of custom. 'Tis no more, only it spoils the pleasure of the time.
I dared you all to become a man. Approach like a rugged Russian bear, the armed rhinoceros, the Thurkin tiger. Take any shape but that, and my firm nerves shall never tremble. Or be thou alive again, and dare me to the desert with thy sword. If trembling I inhabit then protest me, baby of a girl. Hence, horrible shadow,
unreal mockery hence!
So, being gone, I am a man again. Pray thee, sit still.
You have displaced the mirth, broke the good meeting with most admired disorder.
Can such things be? It overcome us like a summer's cloud without our special wonder? You make me strange. Even with the disposition that I owe, when now I think you could behold such sights and keep the natural ruby of your cheeks when mine are blanching with fear!
What sights, my lord?
What?
Praise not question enrages him. At once, good night. Stand not upon the order of your going, but go at once.
Good night, and better health attend his majesty.
A kind good night to all.
It will have blood, they say. Blood will have blood. Stones have been known to move, and trees to speak. Loggers have by known relations by maggot pies, and choughs and rooks know the secretest man of blood. What is the night?
Almost at odds with morning. Which is which?
What sayest thou? That Macduff denies his person at our great bidding?
Did you send to him, sir?
I hear it, by the way, but I will say. There's not a one of them in his house that I keep a servant. I will to the weird sisters tomorrow. More shall I speak, for now I am bent to know the worst. Strange things I have in head, which will to hand, that must be acted ere they be scanned.
You lack the season of all natures. Sleep.
Let us to sleep. My strange and self-abuse is the initiate fear that wants hard use. Yet we are but young indeed.
Why, how now, Hackett? You look angerly.
Have I not reason? Beldams as you are, saucy and overbold. How did you dare to traffic with Macbeth in riddles and affairs of death?
And I, the mistress of your charms, the close contriver of all harms, was never called to bear my part or show the glory of our art. And, which is worse, all that you have done hath been for but a wayward son, spiteful and wrathful, who, as others do, loves for his own ends. Not for you, but make amends now. Get you gone, and at the pit of Acheron meet me in the morning. Thither he will come to know his destiny. Your vessels and your spells provide, your charms and everything beside. I'm for there. This night I'll spend unto a dismal and a fatal end. Great business must be wrought ere noon.
corner of the moon there hangs a vaporous drop profound. I'll catch it ere it come to ground. And this, distilled by magic sleights, shall raise such artificial sprites as, by the strength of their illusion, shall lead him on to his confusion. He shall spurn fate, scorn death, and bear his hopes of wisdom, grace, and fear. And you all know, security is mortal's chiefest enemy. Hark! I am called. My little spirit, see, sits in a foggy cloud and stays for me.
Come, let's make haste. She'll soon be back again.
My former speeches have but hit your thoughts, which can interpret further. Only I say, things have been strangely born. The gracious Duncan was pitied of Macbeth. Marry, he was dead. And right valiant Banquo walked too late, whom, you may say to please you, Fleon's killed, for Fleon's fled. Men must not walk too late. Who cannot want the thought how monstrous it was for Malcolm and for Donovan to kill their gracious father? Damned fact. And how it did grieve Macbeth. Did he not in pious rage those two delinquents tear, and were slaves of drink and thralls of sleep? Was it not nobly done? Aye, and wisely too, for it would anger any heart alive to hear the man deny it. So I should say, he has borne all things well. And had he Duncan's sons under his keep, and as please heaven he shall not, they would know which were to kill a father. Aye, and Fleon's too. Ah, a peace. For from broad words, and because he failed his presence at the tyrant's feast, I hear Macduff lives in disgrace. Sir, can you tell me where he bestows himself?
The son of Duncan, from whom this tyrant holds the due of birth, lives in the English court and has received of the most pious Edward with such grace the malevolence of fortune nothing takes from his high respect. Thither Macduff has gone to pray the holy king upon his aid to wake Northumberland at warlike Seward, that with the help of these and him above to ratify the work, we may again give to our tables meat, sleep to our nights, free from our feasts and banquets, bloody knives, do faithful homage, and receive free honors, all which we pine for now. And this report has so exasperated the king that he prepares for some attempt of war.
Sent he to Macduff?
He did. He did. And with an absolute "sir, not I," the cloudy messenger turns me his back and hums, as who should say, "You'll rue the time that clogs me with this answer."
Her love might hold him to a caution, to hold a distance as wisdom can provide. Some holy angel, fly to the court of England and unfurl his message ere he come. That swift blessing may return upon this our suffering country under a hand accursed.
I'll send my prayers with him.
Thrice the brinded cat hath mewed. Thrice. And once the hedge pig whined.
Hark your cries. 'Tis time. 'Tis time.
Round about the cauldron go, in the poisoned entrails throw. Toad, that under cold stone, days and nights has 31, sweltered venom sleeping got, boil thou first in the charmed pot. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
adder's fork and blindworm's sting, a lizard's leg, and a howlet's wing, but a charm of powerful trouble, like a hellbroth boil and bubble. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burning, cauldron bubble.
Scale of dragon. Tooth wolf. Witch's mummy. Maw and gulf of the robin, salt sea shark. Root of hemlock digged in the dark. Liver of blaspheming few. Gall of goat and slips of yew, slivered in the moon's eclipse. Nose of Turk and Tartar's lips. Finger of birth, strangled babe, ditch delivered by a trap. Make the gruel thick and slab, add thereto a tiger's charger for the ingredients of our cauldron.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Pour in the baboon's blood, then the charm is firm and good.
Oh, well done. I commend your pains, and everyone shall share in the gains. And now, about the cauldron sing, like elves and fairies in a ring, enchanting all that you put in.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. Open locks, whoever knocks.
How now, you secret, black, and midnight hags? What is it you do?
A deed without a name.
Conjure you, by that which you profess, or however you come to know it, though you untie the winds and make them fight against churches. Answer me to what I ask you.
Speak, demand.
We'll answer.
Say if thou'dst rather hear it from our mouths or from our masters.
Call him. Let me see him.
Pour in sow's blood that has eaten her 9 furrow. Grease that sweating from the murderer's gibbet, throw into the flame. Come, high or low, thyself and office deftly show.
Tell me, thou unknown power.
He knows thy thoughts. Hear his speech, but say thou not.
Macbeth! 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 Beware Macduff! Beware the Thane of Fife! Dismiss me. Enough.
Whatever thou art for thy good caution, thanks. Thou hast harped my fear aright. But one word more.
He will not be commanded. Here's another, more potent than the first.
Macbeth! Macbeth! Macbeth!
If I had 3 ears, I could hear thee.
Be bloody, bold, and resolute.
salute, laughs to scorn the power of man, for none of woman born shall harm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff. What need I fear of thee? But I'll make assurance double sure, and take upon the fate thou shalt not live, that I may tell pale-hearted fear it lies, and sleep in spite of thunder. What is this that rises like the issue of a king, and wears upon its baby brow the rounded top of sovereignty?
Listen, but speak not to it.
Be linemental, proud, and take no care who chafes, who frets, or where conspirers are. Macbeth shall never vanquished be, until great Burnham Wood to hide on Name Hill shall come against him.
That will never be. Who can impress the forest? Bid the tree to unfix its earthbound root. Sweet, open, good. But my heart throbs to know one thing more. Tell me if thou art can. Will Banquo's issue ever reign this kingdom?
Seek to know no more.
I will be satisfied. Deny me this, and an eternal curse will fall upon you. Tell me! What is this sound? What is happening?
Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart.
Thou art, too, like the spirit of Banquo. Those crowns do sear mine eyeballs. This one is like the first. The third is like the former. Filthy hags, why do you show me this? To the fourth appears stark eyes. What, will the line run out to the crack of doom? And yet the seventh, I'll see no more. And yet an eighth appears. Horrible sight. Now I see it is true. The blood-boltered Banquo does smile at me and points at them for his. What? Is this so?
Aye, sir. All this is so. But why stands Macbeth thus amazedly? Come, sisters, cheer we up his sprites, and show the best of our delights. I'll charm the air to give it sound, while you perform your antic round, that this great king may kindly say, our duties did his welcome pay.
Let this pernicious hour stand aye accursed in the calendar. Come in without there.
What is your grace's will?
Saw you the weird sisters?
No, my lord.
Came they not by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
Damn me those who trust them. I thought I heard the galloping of horses. Who was it came by?
'Tis 2 or 3, my lord, that bring you word Macduff is fled to England.
Fled to England.
Aye, my good lord.
Time. Thou anticipates my dread exploits. From this moment on, the firstlings of my heart shall be the firstlings of my hand. Castle Macduff, I'll lay siege to, and give over the edge of the swords to his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that chase him in his line. But no more sights. Where are these gentlemen? Come, bring me where they are.
What had he done to make him fly the land?
You must have patience, madam.
Oh, he had none. His flight, it's madness. When our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors.
You know not whether it was his wisdom or his fear.
Wisdom! To leave his wife, to leave his babes, to leave his mansion and his titles in a place from whence himself does fly. He loves us not. He wants the natural touch, for even the poor bred, the most diminutive of birds, will fight her loved ones in the nest against the owl. All is that fear. Nothing is the love. So little is the wisdom that his flight so runs against all reason.
My dearest coz, I pray you, school yourself. For your husband, he is noble, wise, judicious, and best knows the fits of the season. I dare not speak much further, but cruel are the times when we are traitors and do not know ourselves. When we hold rumor from what we fear, yet know not what we fear, but float upon a wild and violent sea each way and move. I take my leave of you. Shall not be long, but I'll be here again. Things at the worst will cease, or else climb upward to what they were before. My pretty cousin, blessing upon you.
Oh, Father, he is, yet he is fatherless.
I am so much the fool. Should I stay longer, it would be my disgrace and your discomfort. I take my leave at once.
Well, your father is dead. What will you do now? How will you live?
As birds do, Mother.
What? With worms and flies?
That's what they get, I mean, and so do they.
Poor bird, thou'dst never fear the net nor lie, the pitfall nor the gin.
Why should I, Mother? Poor birds are not set for. My father is not dead, for all you're saying.
Yes, he is dead. And what wilt thou do for a father?
Nay, how will you do for a husband?
Buy me 20 at any market.
Then you'll buy him to sell again.
Oh, thou speakest with all thy wit, and yet, in faith, I wish enough for thee.
Was my father a traitor, Mother?
Oh, aye, that he was.
What is traitor?
One that swears and lies.
And be all traitors that do so?
Everyone that does so is a traitor, must be hanged.
And it be all who swear and lie that must be hanged?
Every one.
Who must hang them?
Why, the honest men.
Then the liars and swearers are fools. There are liars and swearers anew to beat up the honest men and hang them.
God bless thee, poor monkey. But what wilt thou do for a father?
If my father were dead, you'd weep for him. If not, then it should be a good sign that I should quickly have a new father.
Oh, poor brother, how thou talkest.
Oh, bless you, fair dame. I am not too known, though in your state of honor I am perfect. I doubt some danger does approach you nearly. If you will take a homely man's advice, be not found here. Hence, with your little ones. Fright you lest me thinks I am too savage. To do worse to your fell cruelty, which is too nigh your person. Heaven preserve you, I dare abide no longer.
should I fly? I have done no harm. But I remember now I'm in this earthly world, where to do harm is often laudable. To do good, sometimes accounted dangerous folly. But alas, why do I put up my womanly defense to say that I have done no harm? What are these faces?
Where is your husband?
I should hope in no place so unsanctified such as thou mayest find him.
He's a traitor!
No way! No traitor!
What? You egg! Young fry of treachery!
No! Oh, no!
He has killed me! Run away! I pray you!
Let us seek out some desolate shade. There weep our sad bosoms empty.
Let us rather hold fast the mortal sword, and like good men bestride our gentle found birth.
What I can redress, friend, I will. This tyrant whose sole name blisters our tongues was once thought honest. You have loved him well. He hath not touched you yet. I am young, but something you may deserve of him through me, and wisdom to offer up a weak, innocent lamb to appease an angry God.
I am not treacherous.
But Macbeth is a good and virtuous nature may recoil in an imperial charge. But I shall crave your pardon. That which you are, my thoughts cannot transpose. Why, in that rawness, left you wife and child, those precious motives, those strong knots of love without thee taking? I pray you, that now my jealousies be your dishonors. You may be rightly just, whatever I shall think.
Bleed! Bleed, poor country! Great tyranny, lay thou thy base ashore! For goodness, dare not check thee. I would not be the villain thou thinkest.
Oh, be not offended. I speak not as an absolute fear of you. I think our country sinks beneath the yoke. I think, withal, there would be hands uplifted in my right, and from gracious England have I offer of goodly thousands. But when I shall tread upon the tyrant's head, my country shall have more vice than it had before, more suffer by him that shall succeed.
What should he be?
Why, it is myself, I mean, in whom I know all the particulars of vice, so grafted that, when they shall be opened, black Macbeth will seem as pure as snow, being compared with my confineless heart.
Not in the legions of war. Hell can come and devil more damned evils to Don Macbeth.
Oh, I'll grant him bloody, luxurious, avaricious, false, deceitful, smacking of every sin that has a name. But there is no bottom, none, in my voluptuousness. Your wives, your daughters, your matrons, and your maids could not fill up the cistern of my lust. My desire, all continent impediments would o'erbear that would oppose my will. Better Macbeth than such a one to reign.
Boundless intemperance in nature is a great tyranny, but we have willing dames enough. There cannot be this vulture in you to devour so many.
With this there grows in my most ill-composed affection such a staunchless avarice that, were I king, I should cut off the nobles for their lands, forge quarrels unjust between the good and loyal, destroying them for wealth.
This avarice hath been the sword of a many slain king. Yet, do not fear. Scotland hath poisons to fill her will. All these are portable with other graces waived.
But I have none. The king becoming graces is justice, fairity,
temperance, stableness, mercy, courage, fortitude, I have no relish of them, but abound in the division of each several crimes. Nay, had I power, I should pour the sweet milk of concord into hell, uproar the universal peace, confound all unity on earth.
Oh, Scotland, Scotland!
If such a one be fit to reign, speak. I am as I have spoken.
Fit to govern. No, not to live. O nation, miserable, when wilt thou see thy wholesome days again? Since that the truest issue of the throne does blaspheme his breed. Thy royal father was the most sainted king. The queen that bore thee, often on her knees than on her feet, died every day she lived. Fare thee well. These evils thou hast repeatest upon thyself hath banished me from Scotland. Oh, my breast, thy hope ends here.
Macbeth! This noble passion, child of integrity, hath from my soul wiped the black scruples, and reconciled my thoughts to thy good truth and honor. Come. Devilish Macbeth hath sought to win me into his power, and modest wisdom plucks me from o'er-credulous haste. But God above deal between thee and me, for I unspeak mine own detraction. Here abjure the taints and blames I laid upon myself. I am yet unknown to woman, never was forsworn, scarcely have coveted what was mine own, at no time broke my faith, would not betray the devil to his fellow, and delight no less in truth than in life. What I am truly is thine, and my poor country's to command. Whither, indeed, before thy dear approach, old Seward, with 10,000 warlike men already at a point was setting forth. Now, we'll together, and our chance of goodness be like our warranted quarrel.
Such welcome and unwelcome things, it is hard to reconcile.
Right of it.
See who comes here.
My countryman, and yet I know him not.
Gentle cousin, welcome hither.
Oh, I know him now. Good God, but times remove the means that make us strangers.
Sir, amen.
Stand Scotland to where it is.
Alas, poor country, almost afraid to know itself. It cannot be called our mother, but our grave, where nothing, but who knows nothing, is once seen to smile, where sighs and groans and shrieks that rent the air are made, not marked. Violent sorrow seems a modern ecstasy. The dead man's knell is there scarce asked for who, and good men's lives expire before the flowers in their caps, dying or ere they sicken.
A relation too nice and yet too true.
What's the newest grief?
That of an hour's age doth hiss the speaker. Each minute teems a new one.
How does my wife?
Why, well.
And all my children?
Well, too.
The times hath not better at the peace.
No, they were well at peace when I did leave them.
Be not a my service speech. How goes it?
When I came hither to transport the tidings which I have heavily borne, there ran a rumor of many worthy fellows that were out, which was to my belief witness the rather, for that I saw the tyrant's power afoot. Now is the time of help. Your eye in Scotland would create soldiers, make our women fight, to doff their dire distresses.
Be it their comfort, we are coming thither. Gracious England hath lent us good sword and 10,000 men, an older and better soldier, none that Christendom gives out.
Would I could answer this comfort with the light, but I have words that would be howled out in the desert air, where hearing should not latch them.
What concern they? The general cause or a grief due to a single breast?
No mind that's honest, but in it shares some woe. Though the main part pertains to you alone.
If it be mine, keep it not from me. Quickly, let me have it.
Let not your ears despise my tongue forever, which shall possess them with the heaviest sound that ever yet they heard.
I guess at it.
Your wife and babes are savagely slaughtered. To relate the manner were on the quarry of these murdered deer, to add the death of you.
Merciful heaven. What man ne'er pull your hat down upon your brow? Give sorrow words. Grief that does not speak whispers the o'erfraught heart and bids it break.
My children, too.
Wife, children, servants, all that could be found.
And I must be from thence. My wife killed too.
I have said.
Be comforted. Let us make medicines of our great revenge to cure this deadly grief.
He has no children. Oh, did you say all? Oh, my pretty ones. Oh, how kind! What? All my pretty little chickens. They're down in one full swoop.
Dispute it like a man!
I shall do so. But I must also feel it as a man. I cannot but remember things that were most precious to me. Did heaven look on and would not take their part? Sinful Macbeth. They were struck for thee. Not that I am, not for their own demands, but for mine full slaughter on their souls. Heaven rest them now.
Be this the whetstone of your sword. Let grief convert to anger, blunt not the heart, and rage it.
I can play the woman with mine eyes, and braggart with my tongue. But, gentle heavens, cut short all intermission. Front to front, bring thou this fiend of Scotland and myself. Within my sword's length set him. And should he escape, heaven forgive him too.
This tune goes manly. Come, our power is ready, our lack is nothing but our leave. Macbeth is ripe for shaking, and the powers above put on their instruments. Receive what cheer you may. The night is long that never finds the day.
I have 2 nights watched with you, but I can perceive no truth in your report. When was it she last walked?
Since His Majesty went into the field, I have seen her rise from her bed, throw her nightgown upon her, unlock her closet, take forth paper, fold it, write upon it, read it, afterwards seal it, and again return to bed, all the while in a most fast sleep.
A great perturbation in nature, to receive at once the benefit of sleep and do the effects of watching. In this slumbery agitation, besides her walking and other actual performances, what at any time have you heard her say?
That, sir, which I will not report after her.
You may to me, and 'tis most meet you
Oh,
should.
not to you nor anyone, not having any witness to confirm my speech. Lo you, there she is. This is her very guise, and upon my life, fast.
asleep. Observe her, stand close.
How came she by that light?
Why, it stood by her. She's led by her continually. 'Tis her command.
You see, her eyes are open.
Aye, but their senses are shut.
What is it she does now? Look how she rubs her hands.
'Tis an accustomed action with her to seem thus, washing her hands. I have known her to continue in this for a quarter of an hour.
Yet here's a spot.
Hark, she speaks. I will set down what comes from her, to satisfy my remembrance the more strongly.
Out, damn spot! Out, I say! 1, 2. Why, then 'tis time to do it. Hell is murky. Fie, my lord, fie, a soldier and a feared. What need we fear who knows it, when none can call our power to account? Yet who would have thought the old man to have had so much blood in him?
Do you mark that?
The thane of had away. Where is she now? What will these hands ne'er be clean? No more of that, my lord, no more of that. You mar all with this starting.
Go to. You have known what you should not.
She has spoke what she should not. I am sure of that. Heaven knows what she has known.
Here's the smell of blood still. Oh, the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. Oh.
The sigh is there. The heart is sorely charged.
I would not have such a heart in my bosom for the dignity of the whole body.
Well.
Pray God it will be so, sir.
This disease is beyond my practice. Yet I have known those which have walked in their sleep who have died, holily in their beds.
Wash your hands. Put on your nightgown. Look not so pale. I tell you yet again, Banquo's buried. He cannot come out on his grave.
Oh, even so.
To bed. To bed. There's knocking at the gate. Come. Come, give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. To bed. To bed.
Is she going now to bed?
Directly.
Foul whisperings are abroad. Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles. Infected minds to their deaf pillows will discharge their secrets. More needs she the divine than the physician. God, forgive us all. Look after her. Remove from her the means of all annoyance and still keep eyes upon her. So good night. Mine she has mated and amazed my sight. I think, but dare not speak.
Good night, good doctor.
The English power is near, led on by Malcolm, his Uncle Seward, and the good Macbeth. Revenge is burning them. With their dear causes would the bleeding and the grim alarm excite the mortified man.
Near Burnham Wood shall we meet them. That way are they coming. Who knows if Dollabane is his brother?
For certain, sir, he is not. I have a file of all the gentry. There is Seward's son and many unrough youths that even now do protest the first of their manhood.
What does the tyrant?
Great Dunsinane he strongly fortifies. Some say he's mad, others who lesser hate him do call it valiant fury. For certain he cannot buckle his distempered paws within the belt of rule. Now does he feel his secret murders sticking on his hands. Now minutely revolts at breach faith breach. Those he commands move only in command, nothing in love. Now does he feel his title hang loose about him, like a giant's robe upon a dwarfish thief.
Who then shall blame his pestered senses to recoil and start, when all that is within him does condemn itself for being there?
Well, march we on, give obedience where 'tis truly owed. Meet we the medicine of the sickly wheel, and with him pour we in our countries purge each drop of us.
Or, so much as it needs to do the sovereign flower and drown out the weeds. Make we our march to Burnham!
Bring me no more reports. Let them fly all. If Burnham Wood removed to Dunsinane, I cannot taint with fear. What is this boy, Malcolm? Was he not born of woman? The spirits that know all mortal consequence have pronounced me thus. Fear not, Macbeth. No man of woman born shall ever have power upon thee. Then fly, false thanes, and mingle with the English epicures. The mind I sway by and the heart I bear shall never sag in doubt or shake in fear. Devil damn thee black, thou cream face loon. Where gottest thou this goose look?
There is 10,000.
Geese, villain!
Soldiers, sir.
Go prick thy face and overread thy fear, thou lily-livered knave. What soldiers, Patch? The linen cheeks of thine are counselors to fear. What soldiers, Whiteface?
The English force will please you.
Get thy face hence. Satan! I am sick at heart when I behold Satan, I say! This push will cheer me ever or deceit me now. I have lived long enough. My way of life has gone into the seer, the yellow leaf. And that which accompanies old age is honor, love, obedience, troops of friends I must not look to have. But in their stead, curses. Not loud, but deep, mouth, honor, breath, that would to the vain heart deny, and dare not. Satan!
What's your gracious pleasure?
What news more?
All is confirmed, my lord, which was reported.
I'll fight till from my bones my flesh be hacked. Bring me my armor.
'Tis not needed yet.
I'll put it on. And send out more horses. Stir the country round. Hang all those that talk of fear. Give me mine armor! How is your patience, doctor?
Not so sick, my lord, as she is troubled with thick-coming fancies to keep her from her rest.
Canst thou cure her of that? Canst thou cure a mind diseased, pluck from the memory a rooted sorrow, or raise the written troubles from the brain, or find some sweet antidote and cleanse that stuffed bosom of the perilous stuff that weighs upon the heart?
Therein the patient must minister to himself.
Throw physic to the dogs, I'll none of it. Satan, put mine armor on. Give me my staff. Send out. The things fly from me, doctor. Come, sir, dispatch! Doctor, if thou couldst cast the water of my land and find her disease, and purge it into a sound and pristine health, I would applaud thee to the echo that should applaud thee again. Pull it off, I say! What rhubarb, or senna, or purgative drug would scour these English hence? Hearest thou of them?
Aye, my good lord, your royal preparation makes us hear something.
Bring it with me. I'll not be afraid of death and bane till Burnham Forest come to Dunsinane.
Were I from Dunsinane away and clear, profit again should hardly draw me here.
Cousins, I hope the days are near at hand that Chambers will be safe.
We doubt it nothing.
What wood is this before us?
The wood of Burnham.
Let every soldier hew him down a bough and bear it before him. Thereby shall we shadow the numbers of our host and make discovery ere a report of us.
It shall be done.
We learn no other, but the confident tyrant keeps still in Dunsinane, and will endure our setting down before it.
'Tis his main hope, for where there is advantage to be given, both have more or less given him the revolt, and none serve with him but constrained things, whose hearts are absent too.
Let our just censures attend the true events, and put we on industrious soldiership.
The time approaches that will with due decision make us know what we shall say we have, and what we owe. Thoughts, speculative, their unsure hopes relate, but certain issue. Strokes must arbitrate, towards which advance the war.
Hang our banners on the outward wall. The cry is still they come. Our castle will laugh a siege to scorn. Here, let them lie to the famine and the ague eat them up. Were they not forced with those that should be ours, we might have met them dareful, beards to beard, and beat them backward home. What was that cry?
It's the cry of women, my good lord!
I almost forgot to taste the fear. The time had been, my senses would cool to hear a night shriek. But I have supped full of horror. Direness, familiar to my slaughterous thoughts, cannot but start me. What was that cry?
The queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been time for such a birth. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps at this petty pace from day to day to the last recorded syllable of time. All our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Thou comest to use thy tongue, thy story quickly.
Gracious my lord, I should report that which I say I saw, but know not how to do it.
Well, say, sir.
As I did stand my watch upon the hill, I looked toward Burnham, and anon, methought, the wood began to move.
What?
Let me endure your wrath, if it be not so. Within this 3 mile, may you see it coming. I say, a moving grove.
If thou speech be false, thou shalt cling to the next tree alive until famine cling thee up. If thou speech be sooth, I care not if thou dost for me as much. I begin to pull in resolution, and doubt the equivocation of the fiend that lies like truth. Fear not till Burnham wood do come to Dunsinane, and now a wood comes to Dunsinane. On, and out, ring the alarm bell. Blow wind, come rack, at least we'll die with harness on our back.
Sure enough, you only these screens throw down, and show like those you are! You, worthy uncle, shall with my cousin, your right noble son, lead our first battle. Worthy Macduff and we shall take upon us what else remains to do, according to our order.
Fare you well. Do we but meet the tyrant's power tonight, let us be beaten if we cannot fight.
Make all our trumpets speak. Give them all breath. Those clamorous harbingers of blood and death.
For Scotland!
They've tied me to the stake. I cannot fly. Bear-like must I fight this cold. What does he that's not born of woman? Such a one am I to fear or not?
What is thy name?
Thou'lt be afraid to hear it.
No, though thou callst thyself a hotter name than any is in hell.
My name's Macbeth.
The devil himself could not pronounce a title more hateful to mine ear.
No, nor more fearful.
Thou liest, abhorred tyrant. With my sword, I'll prove the lie thou speakest.
Thou wast of woman born. Swords I smile at. Weapons laugh to scorn.
When brandished by one
that's of woman born.
Cut away the noises. Tyrant, show thy face! If thou be a slain, with no stroke of mine, my wife and children's ghosts will haunt me still. I cannot strike at wretched kerns, whose arms are hired to bear their staves. Either thou, Macbeth, or else my sword, with an unbattered edge, I sheathe again undeeded. Let me find him, fortune, and more, I beg not.
This way, my lord. The castle is gently rendered. The tyrant's people on both sides do fight. The noble thanes do bravely in the war. The day almost itself. Express is yours, and little is to do.
We have met with foes that strike beside us.
Enter, sir, the castle.
Why should I play the Roman fool and die upon my own sword? Whilst I see that lives, the gashes do better upon them.
Turn, hellhound, turn!
Of all
then else I have avoided thee. But get thee back. My soul is too much charged with blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my sword.
Thou losest labor. As easy mayest thou, with the entrenchant air, with thy keen sword impress, as make me. I live a charmed life which must not yield to what a woman born!
Spare thy charm! Let the angel thou still hast served tell thee that Macbeth was from his mother's womb untimely ripped.
Accursed be the tongue that tells me so. For if it cowed a better part of my life, it will not fight me.
Then yield, coward.
It will not yield to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet. Come on, lay on, Macduff, and damn be him the first cry, hold, enough!
I would the friends we miss were safe beside us.
Some must go off, and yet by these I see so great a day as this is cheaply bought.
Macduff is missing, and your noble son.
Your son, my lord, has paid a soldier's debt. He only lived but till he was a man, the which no sooner had his prowess confirmed in the unshrinking station where he fought, but like a man he died.
Then he is dead.
Aye, and brought off the field. Your cause of sorrow must not be measured by his worth, for then it hath no end.
And he has hurts before.
Aye, on the front.
Why then, God's soldier be he. Had I as many sons as I have hairs, I would not wish them to a better death. And so his knell is known.
He's worth more sorrow, and that I'll spend for him.
He's worth no more. They say he parted well and paid his score. And so, God be with him. Oh, here comes new accompaniment.
Hail, King, for so thou art. Behold, where stands usurper's cursed head. The time is free. I see thee, compassed with thy kingdom's pearl, that share my salutation in their minds, whose voices I desire aloud with mine. Hail, King of Scotland.
Hail, King of Scotland!
We shall not spend a large expense of time before we reckon with your several loves and make us even with you. My thanes and kinsmen, henceforth be earls, the first that ever Scotland in such an honor named. What's more to do, which would be planted newly with the time, as calling home our exiled friends abroad, who fled the snares of watchful tyranny, producing forth the cruel ministers of this dead butcher, and his fiend-like queen, who, as 'tis thought, by self and violent hands took off her life. This, and what needful else that calls upon us, by the grace of grace, we will perform in measure, time, and place. So thanks to all at once, and to each one whom we invite to see us crowned at scorn.